How's it going, everyone? Kayne S.T.A.R.S here, and welcome to episode 2 of Kayne Talks Games. And I'm so glad I started this series like a week ago, because originally I was going to wait. I'm actually in the process of updating my camera. I'm going to do it right this time. I'm going to buy the next one up. Well, not the next one up, but an upgraded version of the one I'm using now. And I thought I was going to wait to do these Kayne Talks Games till I got that camera, but I thought, with Halloween coming up, I really wanted to do this next episode on Halloween as a Halloween special, or attempt as a special. And yeah, the game for episode 2 is probably, I can never decide what is my favourite game of all time. It's so hard, but it is definitely up there as being just top 3, and that is Resident Evil. Resident Evil, I can tell you right now, when this game come out, I was 7 or 6 turning 7. Yeah, I'm really bad with my age. And I just remember when we got the PlayStation, we hired it, or we may have had it, can't remember, and Dad hired a couple of games for the night, and one of them was Resident Evil. Holy shit, did it give me nightmares. I just remember the first scene. See, you have to realise, with me, I never knew about scary games. I knew there were games that were scary before Resident Evil, but for me, the only games that I found scary was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, when you're about to drown. So, until then, I thought games were all fun, Streets of Rage, beat 'em up, fighting games, all that stuff. Resident Evil was my first horror game, and oh boy, that night was really bad. I had so much all night nightmares and everything, because the first scene of that game, not the intro, the epic intro with introducing all the characters, like Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, the zombie eating Kenneth. Oh, I just remember the music. Let's try and make the scene out. So I'm sitting on the sofa with Luke. Dad's got the PlayStation. New PlayStation, new console. The graphics look amazing. We played Tekken 2, played Tomb Raider, Crash Bandicoot. What else can we can play? That's really awesome. Yeah, got through. It looks like a normal game and quite interesting. Loved the characters. We fell in love with those guys, those characters. They're just awesome. And then we found the pile of blood, or Dad found the pile of blood, and Barry does his classic blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this isn't Chris's blood. So Dad goes through the door, goes down the hall. All you see is a person bent down. The music's got that really horrifying tune, hear a big like splatter sound. Pile of blood comes out, and then the infamous turning of the head with a bloody mouth. It is a zombie. I was like, oh my god, I'm scared. And I'll never forget that moment. Oh, and the next moment, it just didn't stop. So, first encounter, get rid of the zombie. Me and Luke finally realised, oh, this is actually scary. I can't believe a video game's scary. So, running out, and Wesker's nowhere to be found. Let's go through another door, find the zombie on the floor, smash its head. And there's a nice, quiet, I want to say, what do you call them? Like a hallway that turns. Nothing in there, you're safe. Glass shatters. No, it's not stunning. The glass shatters, making us jump, and the dog jumps through. And I just knew from there, this game is going to scare the hell out of me. And that is why it is one of my all-time favourite games. I love Resident Evil, as you can see. From then on, with 2 coming out, and 3, I remember 2 was really good. I'm gonna do an episode on that, so I won't get into 2 or 3. I'll be doing all the Resident Evils at some point, and yeah, it's one of my all-time favourite series. And oh boy, just like I said, just remembering those memories, being so young, and you can it never goes away. You just remember the exact moments, what you were doing, and oh man, I just wish I could go back and sort of relive it, if you know what I mean. just get refreshed, destroy the part of the brain so I can witness it all again, because, yeah, it's cheesy, the dialogue.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
Whoa! This hall is dangerous.
Wait here. I'll be back soon. Here's the serum. Is he all right? Okay, Rebecca. Can you use a gun?
What? Oh! Oh no!
Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful.
Go to hell.
But it had a charm, and like I said in the first episode, when I play this, I think of, it's a cartoon, it's a comic, it's just like things that I used to read and watch when I was a kid, and yeah, I just, when I hear people say, oh, the graphics are shit, come on, it was the first game, sorry, I'm just going to readjust because it's sliding up, and yeah, I can always say, started a little bit, it's hard to breathe in this thing, for some reason, just masks in general. I know my thing, it's Halloween, I thought I wear a mask, but holy shit, it's Halloween, I thought. See, my favourite Resident Evil all the time, and I know it's a biased decision, but it's always number one, because I just love the characters more. Jill, everyone had a huge crush on her, this woman who's wearing a uniform, shotgun, blowing off zombies' heads, so I had a major crush on her. When we were in school and doing stories, it was always Resident Evil, Jill Valentine's leading the charge, and Chris Redfield, legendary, Chris Redfield, Barry Burton, Wesker, just fell in love with the characters. And don't get me wrong, other characters in Resident Evil I love too, but I just love this whole idea of a SWAT team being taken out by these bioweapons.
Don't come this way! No!
And the biggest reason I like the game so much, these people going into this mansion and being killed by these, these bioweapons, is it's an isolated environment, if you know what I mean. It's why I love Resident Evil 7 so much. This person that's gone into this random location, there's no one there to help you, you don't know what's gonna, come around every corner. And that's why I love the first one so much, is, these people have been, they've been dropped in a location, they don't know what's happening, what's going on, suddenly they're being ambushed by these, these monsters, dogs or Cerberus or Cerebrus, however you like to call them, and they have no choice but to seek refuge into a mansion, and it only makes the nightmare that much worse when they realise that this is the place where they may meet their doom. That's another reason I really love the first game. It's just, just that setting environment. I mean, 2 and 3, you're in the city. It's, how would I put it? It's like there's people around. They're aware. Whereas first game, no one's coming for them. No one's going to help them. Mind you, Brad could have flown back, but by the time he got back, everyone would have been, dead anyway. So yeah, that's why I really like this game out of every other. The characters, the setting, location, and the overall monsters as well. I love the T-virus more than any virus, because it's essentially just creatures or animals juiced up on the T-virus. I mean, the hunters are monkeys. They turned into, were they frogs? I can't remember which one. I'm sure they said it was a monkey. I can't remember, but basically they, primal instincts, they're jumping all over the place, slashing. Sharks, Neptune, it's turned into a rabid beast. The dogs. See, I don't think they're zombies, they're just more rabid, which is why I think the T-virus is, that much cooler. I mean, the G-virus is cool, because, growth, transforming and stuff, but I always love the T-virus for that reason. It's just normal things infected and, right up, which is, really, really awesome. you notice that in my EWS series, a few characters are referencing Resident Evil. Morgan, who's the Amazon champion, is referencing Jill Valentine, and her partner Colin is Chris Redfield. So you can see where like inspirations are being put into things I really like doing. And what else can I say about it? I love the Hunters. They're one of my favourite enemies of Resident Evil. I know the Lickers are iconic as well, but I just like, again, remembering that scene of the first person view of the thing charging through the courtyard, opening the door. Oh god, now we're putting up with these things, so it just ups that level of intensity right up. And the giant spiders. Yeah, that was pretty bad as well. A few nightmares with them, and then, the Black Tiger, my favourite boss enemy, the Black Tiger. Oh my god, how can I forget Yawn? Oh, I remember this one. Mum gave Dad so much shit for it, because Luke was absolutely terrified, including me. So, we knew about Yawn, the first fight and everything, and then one day, I think it was definitely a weekend, because it was around an afternoon, and we happened to have the game hired out, and Dad was like, "Oh, Luke, why don't you have a go?" "Oh, I'll have a go, have a play." So Luke goes into the room, he sees a fireplace, sees a piano, doesn't know what to do, so Dad's like, "Oh, press the piano." Suddenly the snake crawls out, and Luke doesn't know what to do, he's panicking up, and the Yawn eats him, and we're just like, "No, we're going away." And I think we ended up watching Sonic, because we hired a load of videos at the time, and Sonic was the movie, and Pagemaster to sort of try and wipe our minds from the horror and everything, so that was always a funny memory. I remember bloody setting us up like that. It was funny.
You are so cruel.
What a monster.
See, we kind of moved away from it. It was around 2005 we started getting back in, because don't get me wrong, we were playing the games as years went on, and we had played Code Veronica, had a good go at that. We didn't have it at the time, we hired it, and we just, one day, 2005, we got really back into it. Got Resident Evil 1 from the store. We didn't own it for some reason. I don't know why. I feel ashamed not owning it, from the beginning. We did own Resident Evil 2, so, give us that one. And, how could I forget Outbreak? We had those as well, but I remember at a point that it was around 2005, and then 2006 was when I finally sat down and actually went through the game. You had the game's been out for 10 years and you only just completed it then, wimp. And I just loved it. And then remake, once again, I don't want to talk about the other games, because I will do videos on them all eventually.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons.
I almost forgot. See, as much as I love Resident Evil, I mean, I've played it a lot now, recording the footage for this episode and stuff like that. I loved the DS version. Resident Evil got the remake, which was just awesome, and the DS version was just absolutely beautiful. I remember getting it for me and Luke got it for our birthday. It was when we first got the DS, and I think I've mentioned it before, where it was a mate of ours, he brought it over one day, and I looked at it at the shop, and I thought, it's just Resident Evil 1 on the DS. It's nothing different. I'd rather just play the original on the PlayStation. Boy, was I wrong. It was completely revamped. The graphics were a lot smoother. The running animation was very fluid. Look at me running, following around. They added, more animation. They added the puzzles were really cool. Like the touch screen of the DS. I loved the knife mini game where you go into some rooms and the zombies and enemies are coming towards you, and you got to stab them with the stylus pen. And one of my favourite boss fights in that game was the Yawn. You had to face that in the knife mini game, which was really cool. And I wanted to do an episode on that, but I haven't got a DS to record the footage, so I might as well just say how much I love it in this episode. See, if I had to choose one, it would definitely be that version over the PS1, just because it's more fluid, it's been updated a little bit, and it's still got its charm and its cheesiness, which is what I love. And if there was one DS game I would recommend, it's Resident Evil DS. It's a great game. This just sucks because if you're going to play it, you want to play it when you haven't got anything going on because you can't save it. There's no autosave. And yeah, they had a new puzzles, which is really awesome. I think there was one with like a record or a music box where you had to spin the thing to match the tone, which was really cool. And yeah, that's just one of my favourite DS games. I don't really have... I've got a few DS games, but that one I always loved. It was awesome.
Just relax and play.
All right.
Oh, and while I'm on the subject of the DS game, I love the board game, the Resident Evil board game. Me and Luke had a go at that, and that one's really fun. And I am going to get some more footage of that. See, me and Luke did a really rough setup of trying to, record it, but it's really fun. I love deck building games, and yeah, I'd say give that a go if you can find it. I mean, I struggle trying to get the whole set, and yeah, just if you can get the base set, it's really fun. I really recommend it. Come on. Oh no! I'm dead. Oh, what else can I say? I love the Tyrant. Tyrant's one of my favourite bioweapon boss, like final boss. I love Nemesis, but I just remember, the camera going up and seeing this giant dude with a claw. You think, what else is going to happen? And he comes stomping out, and like a freaking Terminator, ready to take you out. And what else can I talk about? See, this is a lot different from my first episode, because Mortal Kombat 2, as much as I'm a fan, I don't really know much of the lore and everything. Yeah, I know I'm a big fan, but Resident Evil, oh boy, I'm going to keep going. And I wouldn't mind, I said in that previous video that I was not going to spend so long. I actually don't know how long I've been going. I don't have a time with the flip. But it's Resident Evil, I can talk about it all day, and I thought with the second episode and it's Halloween, it'd be a perfect Halloween special. And so what else did I want to talk about? Oh, the ceiling. I remember seeing that, and a lot of the music I just remember being so frightened, and that room with the ceiling falling down definitely spooked me out. Mind you, the whole game spooked me out. I remember going to sleep one night and I was like, the zombies are going to get me. They're going to eat me. I think what else I really love with the game, the real actors, acting the cutscene, like the intro and the end, because it just reminded me of a really awesome sort of, I don't want to say it's cheesy, but I hate saying cheesy because it's my favourite game, and it is, and I just always loved the live action parts of the game, and the ending scene, they're all in the helicopter going back to Raccoon City, so I always got a soft spot for that, and you do notice that with me, because my channel, like with intros and everything, always has that beginning scene. I think Halloween 2 did, Halloween 4 had how could I forget that bit as well? See, we knew it was going to be intense when the first scene with Chris in the hallway and something's stalking him, and it's like, and blood spraying, and we're like, did he die? So yeah, I had that as Halloween 4. Halloween 5, I had the intro of Resident Evil with some spooky music on the top. So you can see that I'm an absolute big fan of the first Resident Evil, and I'll never... if I was trapped on an island, it's definitely going to be the one I pick.
No! Don't go!
Another favourite movie. Dad made a lot of funny moments with Resident Evil. If it wasn't making us laugh, it's bloody scaring us to death, and then having Mum they're not going to sleep now because of you, and all that stuff. And I just remember when we saw the herbs for the first time, and I thought, what do you do with them? And I thought they were like a broccoli at the time, because I was still, I was a kid, I was learning my veggies and my fruits and all things, healthy eating, and I just asked him when he mixed one, he goes, oh, what are you doing? He goes, oh, you eat it. I'm thinking, what, you just fold it up and, nope, that's it, you eat it, you done? Yeah. So, I remember that one, that was really funny.
Stop it.
See, I'm such a big fan of this game that I started a skit series, about the game, where me and Luke, it's Double Trouble Adventures. Originally it was going to be skits about, video games, but when we recorded a couple of Resident Evil ones, we had such a blast with it, and I said, it's like, do you want to just do Resident Evil? Like, Double Trouble Adventures will still be a series where we might do other things, but I thought, should we just focus on doing Resident Evil because we love it? We know it's one of the games that we know the most in our collection. And he said, let's do it. So I've got about 10 episodes recorded, and I've got up to episode 4. So I'm really lazy when it comes to editing, but I like to take my time. I don't want to burn myself out and get bored of it. But yeah, I've recorded a lot of episodes for him, and the next time I record, I'm probably going to end it, because I've done a lot of episodes where we're focusing on key, moments. First is like we all escape from the dogs, get into the house, our house mansion. Second one, discovering a zombie, which is just me scoffing my face full of pizza. The recent episodes I recorded, I'll do a little spoiler. Encountered Planet 42. We encountered Neptune. So, seeing as being a big fan, I wanted to start recording some funny skits just to be part of the Resident Evil universe. Brad, you dingbat! Brad, you cannot leave us here, man! You can't!
Shit, it's broken.
Now I'm looking around my room, it's probably my biggest collection of figurines and sort of knick-knacky things. I mean, my biggest probably gaming collecting edition is Resident Evil 2, got the collector's edition, got a load of pop vinyls, I got a Jill Valentine, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis statue, a couple of them over there. I've actually done some videos on them on the oh my god, I thought I was uploading this to my channel. The channel I'm uploading this on, that you're watching now, me and Luke did some vlogs of our collectibles, so I have shown all my figurines. I got a load. I mean, it's my biggest collection in my collection, so once again, big Resident Evil fan.
Really?
I think I'd love to have in my collection one day. I'd just be so happy to finally have it. A replica of the Samurai Edge, the S.T.A.R.S Beretta, issued firearm that they've been given. That is the one thing I just wish I could have for my collection, but the ones that I'm seeing are airsoft and they're illegal here in Australia, which just sucks. I'd love to have that. When everyone says, oh, their favourite weapon, I never think, what's my favourite weapon out of a video game series? You've got, let me for this, I've never played a Zelda game, so, the sword, the shield, Cloud, the Buster Blader, Squall, the gunblade and all that stuff, iconic weapons that people always love, to display, all over their room, swords and stuff and weapons. Mine's the Samurai Edge, and I wish I could get one. Maybe one day, who knows, but I love that gun so much, which is why I, marked out when it's like, Resident Evil 7, the gun dropped down, and it's like that souped up version of the gun killing Evie, and oh god, I wish I could have it.
I have this.
What is it?
It's a weapon.
I think that's all I can really say Resident Evil. It's not one of my all-time favourites. All the games are my favourites, but yeah, like I said, it's right up there, and I could play it over and over again. So I like to not play it, if you know what I mean. So then I forget everything. So then I'm not rushing through and it's like, oh yeah, there's a zombie around that corner, or key goes to that door, because it's going to be Resident Evil 3. When I do a playthrough of that, see, the way I've been talking, again, I keep talking about the games, I should separate them, but I'll just say this, when I start Resident Evil 3 as a playthrough, I'm going to be shit. Trust me, because I haven't played that in years. In 2010, I used to be a pro. I could go through it, no problem, know where everything was. So yeah, that's what I like with these kind of games. I like to take a big break, so then I feel like I'm experiencing it again. And I tell you what, just bringing up the other games, I know Resident Evil 2 Remake was really good. I might do that as an episode coming up, because I'm still quite fresh on it. Like, I know where everything is, the whole game, like as if I've just played it. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't want Resident Evil to be put into that engine, because we got the remake, which is really good. Like, they couldn't have done any better. So I think they should just leave that. Just focus on other games now, because you don't need to do another one for it. In my opinion, you might want that. So no judgment. We're all Resident Evil fans here. Support Resident Evil. Alright everyone, that is an end to episode 2 of Kayne Talks Games. Oh man, I had so much fun with this episode, as you could tell, and yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all later.